Welcome to June's journal page. We have some new items that I purchased, some Kickstarter rewards, some used items that I purchased, some items that I made. We have a lot to go over, so let's get into this. Welcome to Solitary RPG. Before we get started, I just want to show some gratitude to all of the carriers of packages and the wonderful folks that bring those to our doors during this time of the year. I'm in Arizona. Our heat came on a little bit early this year, and I know a lot of these businesses like the post office, UPS, FedEx, even the smaller carriers, they don't work in air-conditioned offices. And it's just been a little bit rough out there. So let's show some gratitude to anyone we see who is delivering packages to our doors. Thank you for all you can do and bringing all this wonderful stuff to hobbyists like me. So in today's video, we got a few things to go over. I did receive my Knave Kickstarter. We will take a look at that in just a little bit. I ordered some books from Lulu. I've got the names, the story game name project. I finally picked up White Hack. I bought some cards that I found at a used bookstore that I've never seen before, so I bought those. I also got some more Game Master Apprentice cards to finish out my collection. Got this cool new miniature game called Death Wizards, and I got the cards to go with it. And I've made some dice trays. I found this book, How to Write Adventure Modules That Don't Suck, for $3.99. So let's get started. So I want to start with the used items first that I picked up. First, I've got the abilities and power cards and monster and trait cards for Symborum or Symbaroum, however you want to pronounce it. And I also got this cool, it's a hardback copy of the How to Write Adventure Modules That Don't Suck. And this is from the folks over at Goodman Games. I have seen this book before and never bought it. I don't know, I just never bought it. But I was at Zia Records, which is a used records pop culture store. Talked about them before. They had this for $3.99, so I'm like, well, at that price, how could I go wrong? I'm sure there's some information I can pull out of that. And then these cards I got from Bookman's. Now, one of the things I want to do real fast before I go any further is really complain about Bookman's putting on these price tags on the boxes because their stickers aren't meant to peel off. Like the stickers they use at Zia Records, if you can get them started to peel off, they pretty much come off relatively easily. You just got to get them started, unfortunately, because this is to prevent shoplifters or price tag swappers. So that's why they have to do this. And once you get the Zia one going, these just peel right off. These they're not breakaway stickers. They just peel right off. They don't leave a sticker residue behind. Unfortunately, the ones they use at Bookman's, these are breakaway stickers, so there's like cuts in them, and they are designed to not be able to peel off easily. Like you can peel them off, but they also leave a residue behind. They're just terrible. So we're going to try a little experiment, and I've done this on some other products before, but those products had like a gloss finish. These card boxes have a matte finish, so I don't know how they're going to come off. But I get a little bit of Goo Gone, and I stick a little cotton swab in there, and I'm just going to rub it on the sticker, and hopefully this will loosen up the glue underneath so that the sticker will peel off easier. And not to say it's going to fall right off, but hopefully it'll peel off a little bit easier. And what we're going to end up doing is setting these aside and checking on them in a little bit. as I'm recording the video. And if this works, great. If this doesn't work, well, then I just ruined my boxes for these cards. But yes, these two decks of cards I've never seen before. And I just thought they were cool. The price wasn't terrible. They were $20 a piece for cards that I've never seen. They've got, you know, typical amazing art on the back. And this is just a player's aid or game accessory for your games that just put all your abilities and powers and monsters and their traits on a card so you don't have to write it on a piece of paper. I was not able to find these on their website. Maybe this was something from a Kickstarter or something they did at one point and then they decided to stop doing it. I am currently not playing this game, but sometimes when you see things in the wild like this, you just kind of have to jump and you just have to get it while you can, because you might not be able to get it later. So that's why I picked them up. So they're here and that's what they're here for. And once if I get back into the game, I played it a few times. I have all the books for it. Need to get back into it. These might come in handy, especially solo plays, so I can just put cards down and not have to worry too much about anything. But yeah, got those. How to write adventure modules that don't suck. Again, Goodman Games. They do some crazy stuff and they have some interesting products out there. I saw this on their website. At one point I was gonna pick it up, just never pulled the trigger on it, but for $3.99 I figured this would be just a good read. I have not read it yet, but this is a hardback version of the book and it looks like this looks like a composition books, which I use a lot of those. The dust cover's in still great shape. Even if I just pull out a little bit of information from this book, it was still worth the $3.99. So I am not going to be disappointed in this. And yeah, we'll see. But that's something I picked up this month. And before we jump into the rest of the stuff that I picked up, I kind of want to just run through and show you some miniatures I painted this month. I've been working on my Dungeon Saga miniatures. All of my encounters, I have 3 of each because I have the large box set, the Origins box set. So you get 3 skeletons with an axe and a shield. Got those painted up. Got 3 skeletons with bows. Sorry, this photo's a little blurry. My camera's broken on my cell phone, so it's hard to take pictures anymore. Here's 3 skeletons with shields and a sword. And I really hate seeing photos of my miniatures because now I can see all the mistakes that I made and I want to go in and fix them all. Here, this is I'm going to assume a zombie in armor. Doesn't really look like a skeleton, but it looks like someone's dead inside that armor. But shield and sword, and then here are some actual zombies. They look pretty cool. I like how I did my dead flesh. But yeah, those are some miniatures I got painted up this month. Not a whole lot, but I don't paint really fast. I just kind of do a little bit at a time. Speaking of Dungeon Saga, I made 2 dice trays this month. I made this one for myself, and this has the art that is on the cover of the box. And I made this one for my friend. He's going to give it to a client of his who he is painting the Dungeon Saga miniatures for, just as a thank you. So I thought it'd be fun to use that art for some dice trays because I have no use for it anyplace else in my life. So that's what I did, made a couple dice trays. A while back I talked about the Game Master Apprentice cards. These are just a really cool card that just provide a variety of different information. And I kind of did some research and realized I was missing 3 decks. So I went and fixed that and purchased the 3 decks that I was missing. I really like the kind of pirate themed or nautical ones. But yeah, these are just some cool, this is like a cyberpunk one. And I don't recall what this one was, but I picked it up because these are just really cool tools to use for solo gaming, where you can just pull out some cards and they've got a theme to them, and they just provide you a variety of different information that you can use in your game sessions. So yeah, got those picked up. Death Wizard. So this is a skirmish miniatures game that I picked up that can also be played solo. It is from two people that are pretty known in the gaming world. Adam Loper from Tabletop Minions, and Vince Ventura, who has his own YouTube channel, but he's an amazing artist, painter. And they've been putting out some games. And this game just looks very interesting to me because you play a necromancer and you have your army of your dead. So all of those skeletons and things that I'm painting right now are going to be used for this game. And you go out and you kill the good people, the good guys. So I just think it's really cool, but it does have a solo element to it so that you can actually play solo for a miniatures game, which is just kind of cool. It's all scenario driven, and I want to give this a try because I just think it would be fun, especially now that I have my gaming table. And that is one of the reasons why I'm pushing through to get all of my skeletons and my undead stuff, or my dead stuff. Is it undead or dead? Anyways, all the skeletons and ghouls and zombies and stuff done from Dungeon Saga, so that I can use them in that game. It also has cards. These are like tarot sized cards, and they're location information, or they're for the minions, and that's mainly why I got them. No art on them, which is a shame because there's a lot of space that could have used some art on these. These just have one piece of art, but they're kind of plain Jane for cards, but I guess they get the job done. They get you the information that you need. These are all the people you can use to make up your army, all your undead stuff. And then these are all, I guess we'll say, the bad guys, but they're actually the good guys. They're your typical fantasy party that you would fight, your rangers and priests and paladins and warriors and wizards and stuff like that. So yeah, this is just a game that I'm going to get on the table and give it a try and see how much I like it. But I like the idea that I can use my miniatures from Dungeon Saga to play more than just one game. That is always a benefit for me. We're going to check in on our stickers here, since it's kind of the midpoint of the video, and see how they're doing. And it is peeling up beautifully. Look at that. Just comes right off. And this is what I mean. These stickers are meant to break apart. So when you try to peel them off, just like without doing anything to them, then they get, they just fall apart. And then we'll just take a little towel here and we'll just clean that up. And if you feel there's still residue, because those do leave a residue behind, just take your cotton swab or your cotton bub, however you want to call that, and just clean up the rest. So look at that. It's like those stickers were never there. Let me go ahead and peel this one off because it's riveting video to watch stickers getting peeled off of a box. That's why I did it at the midpoint. Look at that. That is how you get those off. It's not damaging the art at all. And I understand why stores have to do this. Oh, you can see I'm getting some of that residue off. Because people will swap stickers, and you got to make sure that you're not being ripped off in today's society. But yeah, so those are good now. For now, these are just going to go on a shelf. I'm not really going to do anything with them. I ordered some books from Lulu. So I normally don't order books from Lulu. Not that I don't like Lulu or anything like that. Most of the stuff I can get through DriveThruRPG, or it's readily available through Amazon's print on demand. Lulu does take longer. However, I've been wanting to get this book. names, the story game, the story games name project. It's something I learned about watching Kill 10 Rats videos. He's back on his channel. He's putting out some videos. I always liked watching his videos. And he uses this book, and it's just a book of names. And some of the cool things that this book offers is how to pronounce the names, because some of these aren't normal fantasy names. These are kind of more just real names from different countries, and it'll help you with some of the pronunciations of those names. And there's also some little bit tidbit of information here and there. But I just thought this was a cool, just a cool tool to have, and something you might just want to pull out when you just need a random name and you're trying to maybe put it in a certain region of the world or give it that feel of that region. So I picked that up. And since I was ordering that from Lulu, I went ahead and ordered White Hack. Kayopolis did a video using White Hack, and that got me interested in it. I'm familiar with White Hack. I never bought it. And I figured since I was ordering one book, I might as well order this one as well. And that's what I did. I still need to take the time to read through this. I don't know if you got White Hack, Black Hack, you got the White Box, all these different OSR clones. I got Knave, second edition. I went with the fancy cover. I think I was more excited to get a officially printed copy of Maze Rats than I was of Knave. But second edition does give you a lot of charts and tables to roll on, which is always kind of fun. That's the one thing I liked about Maze Rats. Not necessarily the game itself, but it comes with a lot of tables to roll on, and it's just a good toolbox to have in your collection for playing games. Knave has the same thing. It also came with the 2 expansions. I have not spent any time with these, but I know they're really popular in the OSR scene. I will get some time to look at them, but yeah, this finally showed up, and I'm excited to have it in my collection and take a look at it. I had Knave first edition. I think the second edition is really giving us a lot of expansion on the tables to roll on. There's just so many tables, so much to roll on in this game. So I will try to get this on the channel at some point to play it, or at least set it up for solo play and just have some fun with it. But yeah, these are some newer RPG products that I picked up, and just good to have them in my collection. And then I got my new cards, and I got some used cards, and I just got a lot of stuff going on. But that's just kind of what happened in June. Nothing too exciting. Just still working around the house, getting my hobby room all set up, and my wife's gym is getting set up, and just going to bear through the heat. I will be going to, as of right now, I am scheduled to go to Gen Con 2024. I will be working for Gamelin Games again at their booth, helping it set it up and maintaining that booth while it's there. I'll probably be spending money on all kinds of impulse purchases, because when you're at a big convention, you just see cool stuff and you just want to pick it up and buy it. But I will try to reserve myself as best as possible, but I'm making no promises. So that's all I have. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.